for her in her life. And she's a third generation volunteer from her family. Her parents, her forefathers, they're all closely associated with Vethathiri. And she's been there in Coimbatore, in Mumbai, and now in Toronto. In fact, she's already doing a lot of volunteering. In fact, this online program for the last few months, it is her volunteering. It is because of her coordinating along with Mr. Ravi Radhakrishnan from USA, both of them, USA and Canada, they together are trying to locate masters or a lot of experience. And it is them week after week, they are addressing this. And when somebody is not able to turn up, she is always ready and she is volunteering. And today she is going to talk on the joy of volunteering. Whenever you start giving, your hand is on the top. The receiver's hand will be at the bottom. And so you are in tune with divinity because it always gives, never asking for anything. And Vethathiri Maharishi is a symbol of volunteering at the highest level. And today we have Kanimozhi. Now she's going to share her thoughts of the joy of volunteering. I request on behalf of all of us to take over and share our experiences and thoughts. Over to you, madam.
Be blessed by the divine, sir. Thank you so much for the sweet introduction. I think I'm very honored and privileged to have this opportunity that you have created that has put me in a situation to speak about this wonderful topic today. And it's even more special because I just completed, I finished my completion around the sun, 39 years. So 39 revolutions around the sun is, a special journey for me, where growing up in my teens, getting introduced to Vethathiriyam, and being able to practice to some extent, follow his teachings, and be able to spread it to others and share the joy of the wisdom and the joy of experiencing sky in our day-to-day lives with everyone around me is a wonderful privilege. Thank you so much for having me. Let me try sharing my screen. Meanwhile, I'm trying to switch on my video. Looks like there are some problems. My camera is not getting connected, but no worries. I will proceed with sharing my screen.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So let's understand what is volunteering, right? So this is a fundamental question. I'm sure everybody has different definitions. Basically, volunteering is something that you do out of, something free of cost for the sake of others, right? You do something free of cost. The dictionary meaning says that you do free of cost for others, and that's called volunteering. We can have multiple definitions to it, and we will, certainly look more deeply into this about what Vethathiriyam says about this volunteering and what does it mean in our day-to-day lives. Yeah, and feel free to share your thoughts in the chat box as well. I would like to keep this session very interactive, and the more engagement, the more joyful it becomes, this volunteering session. So why do people volunteer, right? So I would like to hear some thoughts. I'm sharing a link in the chat box. I would request everyone who have joined here to click that link and share your thoughts. You just need to share your words about why do people volunteer? Why do you volunteer? What are your reasons for volunteering? And we can see the responses over here. So we have two responses. One says purpose, to give back to the community. Amazing. It gives love, it spreads joy, it gives happiness. Yes, absolutely. Eradicating sin imprints. Yes. Fulfillment. You have a sense of fulfillment, contented. It increases our knowledge. Absolutely. I think, yeah, I mean, every response over here is valid, right? You can have multiple reasons to volunteering. It can develop you as a person, as a human being. The more you give, the more you are blessed, the more blessings you receive. And the whole world is built because of volunteers. It's a win-win situation. Exactly. You give and that much you earn back through happiness, through joy. Amazing. So similar, yeah. I mean, very similar comments that I had captured. Different people go volunteer for different reasons. It could be self-development. They want to gain more experience. They want to have a social life. They want to create new friends. They want to have a sense of belongingness, sense of community. And, they want to have a meaning to their life, a sense of purposeness. They want to care, genuine care for the society, for the people around. It brings in a lot of positivity. It spreads positivity and it makes you feel positive. It also helps create, a stable environment within your mind, around you, in the family, around your life circle. A lot of people, avoid going into depression because of volunteering, because of the positive community they build around us. So these are various reasons and motivation that drives us towards volunteering. Practice social skills. Yes, absolutely. Coping skills. So why is volunteering important according to Guru Vethathiri Maharishi? We have n number of reasons. Everybody has a different cause. Some people volunteer for education. Some people volunteer for freedom. Some people volunteer for human rights, for animal rights. There are so many reasons, and every reason is noble, right? Especially as long as the reason and the cause is for the good purpose of the humanity around us, and also for the betterment of the world. Of course, there are volunteers who support the bad purposes, like terrorism, and for supporting wars, for supporting anything that may harm or inflict pain on others, on people around us. Those kind of volunteers are also there, right? But in order to fight those evil with good purpose, we need more and more volunteers for good reasons. So what does our guru say? Just like a response that we received, eradicating of sin imprints, karma yoga. This is a very detailed topic. Without going much deep into karma yoga, this is a separate topic for a separate day. But very quickly saying, we have three virtues within karma yoga that our guru says we need to practice. All three coming together are the virtues which will help us live a or practice karma yoga in our day-to-day life. Charity, morality, and duty. And this duty is what I have split as due to society, because that's what our guru defines duty as. Charity, yeah, we all know that everybody, the moment we have more with us, when we have more money, when we have money more than, that we are able to save for our future, then out of which 10% of what we earn is always a good habit, a good thing to give for charity. Morality, right? Not inflicting pain to others. So when Bala Master was, conducting the beautiful meditation, and after the meditation, where when we repeat the twofold moral principle, we say, I in my lifetime will not give pain to others. This is number one, first line. The next line says, I will not give pain to others. To the extent possible, I will remove the pain of others. This is the second line. So before going to the second line, the first line is, I will not give pain to others. So that is number one. And number two is what we are talking here as the karma yoga, which is eradicating the pain of others. And that is our duty. And that is very much linked to the volunteering, and which is called duty. What is duty, right? We are born in this world. We are brought up by parents and families and friends and society around us. Until the age of adulthood, physically and mentally, we are so dependent on people around us, on our families, on so many other people, whom we don't even, who end up growing us and giving and making our journey all the way into adulthood so good. Even after becoming adults, for every single item that we use in our day-to-day life, the food we consume, the clothes we wear, the entertainment we enjoy, the everything, the house we live in, everything, are we able to do all by ourselves? No. It comes from the hard work and the efforts of somebody whom we don't even know. Especially we living in North America, in Canada, even to be able to go and enjoy, say, Indian vegetables, or say fruits that we buy from the stores. It comes from, so many different countries. It comes from Mexico, it comes from US, it comes from even Spain. So many items come from India, and there are so many people who are involved into all these activities, because of which we are able to enjoy the pleasure of having these things in our day-to-day life. So we have been only getting all our life, receiving things, receiving happiness, receiving care, and we grow up. Then our the amount of giving back, it grows to the level of giving back to our family. We raise a family of our own. People get married, they have children, they nurture their children, they nurture their families, they go for work, we earn wealth for the family, we save for our family. But beyond that, how much are we expanding beyond the family? How much? So our giving back a lot of times remains within the family. If we want to, the moment we start going beyond our family and giving back to the society, that is when, and that is our duty. Swamiji says it is our duty to give back to the society. And for that, we have to start thinking beyond our family. And because of this sense of privilege and the enjoyment that we are all having in, when we have good health, when we have good family life, when we have a good life, when that gratitude, once we start practicing gratitude, for everything that we are getting in our life, that is when automatically the sense of duty will be born. How many times are we grateful for what we have in our lives? We say that we are, like in Bhakti Marg, before coming to Vedathriyam, when in my young days, right, when parents taught me how to pray, praying means asking for something, right? I want good marks in my exam. I want to become, successful person. I want this, item. I want a pet. I want my parents to buy this, etc., etc. Right? So that was my young age, like when we don't have enough maturity. But even adults used to do that. When you want to ask for something, when you are in pain, and when you want happiness, you go and pray to God. You sit and then you ask God that I want all these. I mean, we say that, begging is not nice. We look at the beggars around us and say, why can't they do something about it rather than begging? But how much begging we do while we are praying, right? How much are we grateful for what are the things that we have, and give to others. So richness doesn't come from money alone. Richness, it doesn't need, you don't need to have more money and a big house and a car to be rich. You can still be very rich without all of these items. So that defines the real richness. How rich are you in, in thinking that you even if you don't have anything, feeling that okay, I still have this, looking at the glass half full and feeling grateful for that, and still being able to share from that half glass with others, that's what makes you a rich person. And we need to reflect on this. Today's world, we are filled with so many things of so many luxurious items around us. We go and keep you know buying. We enjoy, it's very important, yes, it is important. We need to buy, we need to enjoy, but to some extent we also need to share, we need to give back. And the most valuable thing that we could give back is our time. The moment you start giving your time for others, time for the world around us, time for the society around us, that's when we start giving back to the society. That's when we are we are doing our duty. And this is why, and why is this important? Without doing this, we cannot attain karma yoga, and without and we cannot attain peace. If we have to grow from individual peace, family peace, and then society and the world peace. While concluding the meditation also we say, may there be peace within us, around us, and around the world. We need peace around the world as well. If there is war happening in Ukraine, if there is war happening in Palestine, if there is war happening in any part of the world, we all know how it pains us. No matter, we don't need to be in that country to feel the pain. Reading the news, and indirectly we are already getting impacted through so many impacts like inflation. But it is painful to see children who are the most innocent souls on earth being impacted of reasons which they haven't even contributed to. Nobody has been, they have been brought into this world for a better life and to build this world into a beautiful place. But instead, on one end, we are able to give so much good to our children, to our families here. On another end in the world, there are so many children who are struggling. And this makes my eyes well, because it pains for me to see that on one end we have so much richness, on another end, there is so much poverty. There is poverty of knowledge, poverty of wisdom, poverty of love and kindness. And this world needs more kindness, needs more love, needs more volunteers to spread that love. And without volunteers, we cannot build this beautiful home called earth, called world. So the biggest movements in the past have happened, whether it is freedom, whether it is liberation of women's rights, animal rights, uh, equality, the Black History Month that we are celebrating, the indigenous movements that we have, the independence of so many countries in the world. All these biggest movements happened because of volunteers. If not for those volunteers who stepped up, and if they have not thought beyond their families, beyond their lives, we wouldn't have been enjoying this much privileges in our life today. And let us be grateful to it. And from that greatness, let us have that sense of duty and give back to the society in any form possible within our capacity. And we can start small, right? So, moving on. What are the common challenges to the volunteering? Why do we struggle so much? A lot of people, want to volunteer. They want to give more time. Their intent is pure. They have so much love. They have so much knowledge, and they want to share with others. But the common challenges that we see, right? Let's look at. Let us look into the. Just a second. I'm going to the chat box. I want to hear from others as well. Let me go back from presentation mode. Yeah, let's move to the next question. What are your challenges or barriers? Please feel free to click that link and offer your responses here. I would like to hear if some of my thoughts are similar as yours. Yeah. Most expected one is time, right? Yeah, absolutely. Lack of time, lack of knowledge, health, absolutely. This is very important. That is why our Guru always says, before world peace, individual peace has to happen. And the first teaching in Sky Yoga is teaching physical exercise. Unless we do exercise and we maintain good health and we have good peace within our body, then we cannot spread peace around us. Fear of making mistakes. This is a very interesting one. Thanks for sharing. I did not think about this. Shyness. Absolutely. Family commitments. Fully agree. First thing is definitely we need to have good health, not just physically, but mentally. And for that, we need to keep striving to practice our physical exercises, our meditation every day, and keep putting auto suggestion, which helps to maintain this. Only then, and then the next comes families. Family commitments. We need to take care of our children. We need to take care of our life partner. We need to fully be there for the family. Any day that comes, before volunteering or before giving back to the society. Very true. Okay, let me go back to the slide. I think some of these comments I have thought about similarly. Lack of time, lack of support. I have seen this case also, where it takes a village, right? It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to create a better world. We need that support, that village within our homes, within our circle. Without that support, we cannot do what we want to do for the world or for ourselves, etc. Lack of confidence, lack of interest, lack of motivation, lack of health, lack of knowledge, lack of habit and willpower. So and there could be more reasons. Definitely, this list can be much longer, because in our life, like, we always have more excuses why we are not able to do, which is understandable also. We are living in such a challenging world, and somehow I think mankind, human beings, we have made our lives more complicated. We have a tough education system. We have so many activities. We need to take care of our health. We need to eat good food every day, a balanced diet, a balanced lifestyle. We need to go for our regular jobs. We need to be at our best in our careers. We need to, we need our children to be at their best in everything. And beyond all that, after all this, being able to give time for the society or for others and giving back is indeed a challenge. It's not easy. I want to emphasize that it is very difficult. It is very difficult. Sometimes, in all these years of volunteering, often, and there will be some times where you feel like giving up. Why am I doing all this? When my life is not in order, my home is not in order, when my mind is not in order, why am I doing this? And these are real life challenges, definitely. And week after week, masters like Bala sir and Bharati ma'am conducting these sessions, it's not easy, and it's a big commitment. Every weekend, every Saturday, to be able to be available at this time for 1 hour, 1.5 an hour, sometimes it goes over, and giving their fullest for these sessions, it comes with a huge sense of commitment. And for that commitment, there might be a lot of compromises within their family, with their personal priorities. At times it comes at the cost of health also, but still they do it. And why do they do it? And that's what we saw here, something that keeps them going, right? They know it's the passion and the sense of duty and giving back, and the sense of wisdom and the enlightenment journey that we want to live, the life as per our guru's teachings. It's that sense of responsibility and commitment. But why is it that not everyone is able to do? It's okay. Like, sometimes in a team, you will find that 80% of the job will be done by 20% of the team, right? And the remaining 80%, they still contribute, but 80% still coming from a limited set of hands, limited set of resources. It's always there wherever you go. And these are the challenges why the remainder of people are not able to come forward and help. And I feel we need to help people to come out of this cycle of being stuck in our day-to-day challenges of maintaining our health, maintaining our diet, maintaining our family, and how do we overcome all this and come out of this vicious cycle, because we don't want to live a life just, and we don't want to pass on. At least, like I've always thought, me and my husband, we used to discuss, like, once my kid grows up, and after all this, mainstream family life is done, we will go for service and then give back to society. But doing social service and giving back, then we realize that it doesn't need to be that way. And that is the proof of how our guru has lived a life, a normal family life, and still been able to do so much wealth of knowledge and wisdom that he has created and left for us, for our consumption. How was he able to do that, being in family life and still being able to? He also went for jobs. He also went for met the various politics that we all see in our lives, right? He was also a part of all that in his career, in his jobs. He was also part of all the struggles from the family, not full support he got, right? He was also part of all the
Ma'am, are you there, Kanimozhi? Kanimozhi, it's muted. Yes, yes.
It got muted.
It got muted. Now you can.
Are you able to hear me still?
Yes, 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 ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, ma'am, for letting me know. If at any point you are not able to hear, please let me know. So he also met huge losses in his business, right? How did he manage to overcome all that? Still, he was always rich. There were times in Vethathiri Maharishi's life where he was, earning more than, say, 2 lakh, 5 lakh rupees in a month out of his business as revenue profits, uh, where he was able to, just spend and share all those, financial richness with others around him. And there was also a point in his life where he did not have a house, a roof above him. He literally put a, dismantleable tent, uh, and lived in it. And like what is happening in Chennai today, there is so much rains and storm. And one such day, a stormy day, it blew away the, fragile tent that he built over him. He and his family were literally, uh, you know, on the road, literally on the road. They did not have a place to go. And even in that moment, in that toughest moment, he wrote a poem. He shares that poem with his wife, and his wife was, amused and surprised. Even in this situation, how can you talk like this? And he says that I have a place, there is a place where I am destined to go, and the divine has some plans for me, and that's why this happened. And that's the reason I'm being chased out of this tent, of this home. And look at the hope. We talk about how to be hopeful, right? We talk about our problems and feel that I have so much going on in my life. How do I come out of it? But look at the beauty of acceptance our guru has shown. Even in the difficult and the most fragile, most vulnerable times, he has exhibited, he has lived a life. His life itself is a lesson for us. We don't need, I mean, his teachings are always there, but the way he has lived that life and shown to us is enough learnings for us to just emulate and take a little bit of inspiration from that and try to come out of this vicious circle. Even 10% of what he has done, not even 10%, 1%, if we are able to do what he has shown us and taught us, we'll be gratefully, successful, peaceful in our life. And at the time of our death, it will be a peaceful death. I mean, we'll be fully contented. I want to die with a contented mind and a soul. I want to feel that it's time for me. I have done enough. But if you look at how Maharishi's last days were, even 2 days before he passed away, he was sitting on that stage and delivering a lecture, delivering a satsang. And for him, imagine, it's the same topic over and over again. Same karma yoga he talks about, same Kayakalpa, physical exercise, meditation. There is no magic pill. If you want individual peace, if you want family peace, and then if you want to have a peaceful world around us, this is what you have to do. And he also was equally pained to look at the news, how countries fighting between each other, how people are causing harm to other human beings. All the ridiculous news that we see on the media, he was also equally exposed. And whenever he sees all that news, it keeps justifying. It gives him even more motivation that why we need to spread Vethathiriyam and the sky yoga to the whole world. It's more and more important. If you feel that I'm feeling so sad reading the war news and all the negative news around you, then if you feel helpless that I'm not able to do anything about it, then I, do volunteering. And that should be the reason that will motivate you. If you lack purpose, if you lack motivation, let us do this for our children. And let us look at some of the solutions. Let us also listen from you, from others. What are the reasons that you feel, what are the ways that you think we can overcome these challenges? How can we overcome these day-to-day challenges and come with solutions and improve our volunteering spirit and do more volunteering? What are the solutions to these problems? I understand that, you said, a lot of you said, lack of time, shyness. I would say, I want to talk about this fear of making mistakes, right? Exposed to your fears. If you feel fearful about anything, the way I approach life is, if I motivate my kid when she was into the trying to learn swimming was, unless you get into the swimming pool, you will never be able to swim. And the fear of water will never go away. And same applies here. If you feel talking is fearful, speaking to audience is fearful, a large crowd is fearful, expose yourself. And the more you expose, the more easily you will overcome that fear. And unless you expose and get into it, you will never be able to come out of that fear. And the fear of making mistakes, do not worry about it. We all make mistakes and we will all learn out of it. And there will always be better ways to do the things that we want. There will always be areas of improvement, like what they give feedback, right? Year-end reviews happen in our companies. And every year, no matter how good you are at work, there will always be feedback and areas of improvement provided by our stakeholders, by our managers, by our bosses. And we take that, because if a human being runs out of feedback, and if we don't have any areas of improvement for the next time, then we are not growing, we are not learning. Learning and growing happens only when we make mistakes. It's okay. So that's how we can overcome that fear. And shyness, again, same thing. The more you expose, the more you come out of it. And force yourself into more and more such situations that within 3 or 4 times you get comfortable with it. Then it's no more shy for you. Then even if, for example, talking in a satsang itself, it can be fearful for many people. I completely understand that feeling. But the very thought that if even one person gets benefit out of that satsang, out of one thought that you delivered, and it has helped somebody's life, then that's the joy of giving. That's the joy of volunteering, right? That gives you so much joy and sense of purpose. And it also is an opportunity to test your ego. I mean, sometimes we can feel that, okay, I did this volunteering, and because of this, the goodness happened, and feeling proud of it is good, but it should not feed your ego. And how do you have your ego and control within limits? And these are spaces to do so, right? It keeps you grounded, it keeps you humble. When you go out and volunteer, when you see people and interact with people and see how much struggles are there with others, you will feel a lot more grateful, and it will keep you humbled and grounded. So going back to the slide on solutions, right? Lack of time management. In today's time, there is so much distraction. Sometimes even I'm struggling with it. I will not be lying. I want to be honest. And I fully understand that this struggle is not just with me. If I take my phone, I go for I take the phone for a particular activity. I want to call somebody, I want to reply to somebody, but then I get distracted. I go to Instagram, I go to Facebook, I go to YouTube. So which I'm trying to correct. I'm trying to have more meaningful time with my digital device or entertainment around me. That is also needed, right? We all need our space of some unwinding, some learning about what's happening with in the world. What are the things people are talking about, to stay relevant. So that I learn a lot from social media. I learn a lot from other people sharing about their problems and how they overcome in their lives. Even this satsang, the YouTube shorts videos, the Sky Yoga channel, so many interesting tips keep coming every day, right? If you have not seen it, I would encourage you. Using social media, digital devices around us for our own improvement and having more meaningful time is fine. But when we do overdo it, we end up being in the phone all the time. And if we realized how much time we give to our family, we give to our work, we give to ourselves, we give for entertainment, everything is needed. And out of which, if we can save little from all of this, 10%, 1 hour in a week, if you're able to spend for volunteering, it's amazing. And start small. Even 15 minutes every week, you mentoring a kid who is in need, you giving some career advice to somebody, or you giving, even when I grew up in Vethathiri, I used to attend all these introspection sessions in the schools. uh, I have seen my parents helping with, filling the water and the food station, serving food, folding the blankets and arranging the room for, it can be anything. There is no small or big activities. It doesn't matter. Only speaking and delivering lectures is big, and the back end activity, there is, for example, if I have to deliver this session today to all of you to give you some inspiration, there is somebody who helped with editing the video that I spoke. There is somebody who, Bala Master helped delivering the video and the information to the other person in a timely fashion, so they could do all the needed and give it back to us and upload it in YouTube. There are so many people, there is a whole team involved, right? And each of their work is critical. It is a teamwork. Today I alone cannot be delivering all this. So there is a team of volunteers who are spending their time and efforts and energy to do this, and that's how we are able to manage all this. So every act matters. So start small. And lack of support, right? I also want to do a time check. I know we are over time. So I'll try to wind up in the next of support, right?
Okay, ma.
It is very important in today's world. We are so I see so feel sad, and it pains me to see, there are so many challenges, in family life. And our guru has already talked so much about expectations, karma yoga. If we have expectations, unrealistic expectations, we will always have disappointments. And how do we, modify our expectations in line, in harmony with the nature, in harmony with the people around us, so that we can reduce the disappointments and be at more peace with it and more accept it and get better support. Definitely we need to have more and better support system. Every individual has to understand that you have to support your partner equally at home. In India, I don't know, still we have a lot of families. I see that women are always at the kitchen, men do the other activities, and there is no equal sharing on equality in the sharing of household chores. Where, in my household, I uh, saw my dad was not so much into, there was no much equality. But after coming into Vedatriyam, then after our guru started saying that enlightenment is not only for men, it is equally needed for women. Let the women come learn. If the women in every household are peaceful, are having good health physically and mentally, the whole family will be good. And similarly, the men also need to come. So both individuals, both partners coming to for yoga, meditation, and improving their quality of life, it will automatically enrich the family space and gives a better inspiration and role model to our kids, and also helps more and more families coming for volunteering. Volunteering can also be a family time. I've seen, I go with my kid and partner to some of the sessions and try to get involved in the in-person centers to get more inspiration. I learn more by through volunteering, right? So this is some food for thought. This point I covered. Expose yourself for getting more and more confidence, and meditations also help with that. Find a purpose. It could be anything. At least start finding some purpose. Um, and yeah, lack of health. I would say health first, and practice meditation. I think we cannot do volunteering at the cost of your physical and mental well-being. That always comes first. And lack of knowledge, seek for it. We have so much resources around it. Talk to people and talk to fellow volunteers who have abundant knowledge around it. You will always find resources around you that will help you. And one way to you know uh, get better in volunteering is by improving. One way to improve your knowledge is to volunteer more. If I'm taking a particular topic and diving deep into that topic and deliver it, that improves my knowledge. That's a great opportunity to improve your knowledge. And finally, habit and willpower. This is a vicious cycle. Our guru has already given auto suggestion and breaking of this cycle. Getting into, so the more, and if you want to go and volunteer, put that auto suggestion. Okay, one day I will do it. The time will come. Today I'm not able to do it, but I'm going to get that time soon, and start visualizing and putting that auto suggestion. One day the right time will come, and you will find yourself volunteering. So we have all the tips and techniques within our system and within our guru's teachings itself. So there are abundant. I want to conclude by saying that our guru has been so humble and showed and led the way by saying that if I am able to do it, if I can get enlightenment, you can also. If I am able to give time and do all this, you can also. If I am able to come out of this family life, and you don't need to entirely come out. That's why he showed by living in the family life, you can still contribute. So with those words, I thank for this opportunity, and I apologize for going a little over time. Thank you, Bharati ma'am and Bala Master, for this wonderful opportunity. And I wish for good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace for all the participants who attended today's session. And best wishes for more volunteers to come forward. Be blessed by the divine.
Yes, yes, Kanimozhi, you need not apologize. Indeed, we are very happy to be associated with you, and we are happy to know how joyful it will be to volunteer. And dear friends, so we all know that service to humanity is service to God. And our today's speaker, Kanimozhi, says it is joyful to volunteer. Such a tendency will arise for those who have love and compassion only, a divine quality. And in this way, we are all really lucky to have Kanimozhi in our community. And me in person feel much happy to be associated with you, Kanimozhi. Thank you. And dear friends, it's discussion time. You can have your discussions with Kanimozhi.
Thank you so much. Yeah, please share your thoughts. I know I took a lot of time, but I hope it helped with some reflections into each of your journeys. I think somebody is not able to unmute themselves. Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Vijaya, have you been unmuted? And Monisha?
Yes, I can speak now.
Monisha? Dr. Vijaya?
Yes,
Yes.
can I take it, ma?
Okay.
Yeah, actually, thank you, Kanimozhi Amma, for giving this wonderful session, because like I really enjoyed this session thoroughly from the beginning to the end, and it was interactive also. Like you are like keeping me focusing on mm, all your slides, and you also told us like what are the benefits that when you do volunteering, what benefits you get, and what are the challenges we face, and you also provide the solution to overcome those challenges. I really love those, love all the thoughts that you have provided on the session, and really thankful for this, like I mean, I feel like really like great when I attended this session. Thank you, Amma. Thank you so much.
Great to hear your morning.
Dr.
Pleasure
Vijaya?
is ours.
Welcome, Lumudan. Thank you, Kanimozhi, for a wonderful session and reiterating all the importance and challenges of volunteering. And I feel, based on what Maharshi has said, I think he is the biggest and the largest example of what volunteering is, how he started, and how he has really brought the system up. And everybody is volunteering, all the masters, people, whoever are there in all the centers all over the world, they are all volunteering because they all have one goal, one aim, that everybody should be hale and healthy, peaceful, and that is how we spread. So I'm really grateful to you and the system for giving us this opportunity to not only bring out the inner feelings and share with that to the people and make them also feel happy and peaceful. Thank you. Kavalamadu.
Absolutely, Master. Very well said.
Thank you, Dr. Vijaya. And Professor Balchandra?
Yeah, thank you, Kanimozhi. It was a very good session, as others also mentioned. It was very interactive. And the joy of volunteering, one has to go through it. And so that comes very naturally to you because you have been doing that. And it cannot be measured at all. There's no words. That's how Swamiji you could see always in a divine state, because he gave up everything. And he doesn't want us to do all that. He says just, in fact, the other Maunam lecture I just listened to Swamiji, he says, in the morning, just think of the whole world and bless 3 times. That itself is big volunteering. Who cannot do that? And if you find more time, do more. And suddenly, immediately you expand from your physical body and you expand into the whole world just by saying this with that intention that the world should change. Today, world is approaching nuclear war and all those things are happening. So let all of us do this much of volunteering. Bless the world with all that commitment and sincerity. Immediately you find so much of satisfaction. So all these things you have brought out very beautifully. And I'm seeing that with Sashi Kumar and you and people, you're doing a lot of work in Canada. You're volunteering, and I think it's already -1, it go to -20, -30. But the joy of volunteering makes all of you people to work, and let this spread to the whole world. Thank you once again. And for all the volunteering you have been doing and running this program, so week after week, you're coordinating. And even today, I saw this letter you have been writing to others for volunteering. Thank you so much for all your services. Be blessed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Master. Sorry, I just managed to open my camera. Yeah, thank you very much.
As our Master has said, blessing is a great volunteer service, indeed. Yes, our blessings will do a lot in bringing world peace that our Guru has been envisaging. And dear friends, now let us all come to the stage and bless our speaker, Kanimozhi. Professor Kanimozhi, be blessed by the divine. Her lovely family, be blessed by the divine. Her present and future endeavors, be blessed by the divine. Let us all join to bless our senior professor mentor, Balachandran. Balachandran, be blessed by the divine. His lovable family, be blessed by the divine. His present and future endeavors, be blessed by the divine. Thank you all, dear friends. Anyone else having any questions? Yes, today, definitely.
Bharati Madam, we would also like to bless for all the services you have been doing. Thank you so much. Bharati Madam, Bharati Madam, services be blessed by the divine. Her health be blessed by the divine. Over to you, Madam, for any announcements.
Thank you, sir. Yes, yeah, wonderful day, I can say. In spite of a heavy rain and storm in Chennai, we were able to participate, and our net connection has stayed with us, has helped us, and we could get hear a very wonderful speech on what is volunteering and the joy of volunteering. Thank you so much, Kanimozhi ma'am. And dear friends,
I want to just take a moment for everybody to pray for the safety of everyone in Tamil Nadu and in India amidst the rain situation. Be blessed by the divine. May everyone stay safe and may adequate rains fall in all parts of the regions. Be blessed by the divine.
That we were also praying, let us get adequate rain. Only that much we want. We are contented with that only. Thank you, Ma. And I have got some announcements. Dear friends, we have daily meditation courses, that is morning 6 a.m. and evening 6:30 p.m. sharp Indian Standard Time. And that is followed by thought for the day. And every Saturday is a special day for us. We have Vethathiri speeches from Sky Masters. Please do join daily and also definitely on Saturdays to learn more on Vethathiri. And also you can just browse www.kundaliniyoga.edu to get more information on Sky Yoga. Thank you all. Be blessed by the divine. We'll meet again tomorrow.
Be blessed by the divine.